finna do a CR England video. I actually been wanting to do this for a while now because when I ain't been there about 3-4 months, I got to excuse my voice too. I'm a little under the weather. But yeah, so basically I started with CR England, right? Called the recruiter. He gave me the rundown. They pay for everything. Tell me the account I'll be doing. They're going to tell you off the gate what account you'll be doing. Supposedly. This is going to lead to the reason why I left. Everything sound good. I went and got my permit before I came because he said basically if you have your permit already, then you're going to fast track through there. But if you don't, obviously it's going to take you longer to graduate. So got my permit, went, did the school. The teachers, everybody, the teachers, the drive instructors, even the people that evaluate you, professional at the highest level, really gonna help you learn how to drive a semi truck. Because me myself obviously are like any normal person. You see this huge 18-wheeler on the road, you automatically, you know what I'm saying, think like, damn, it must be really hard to drive that. But I would say after my third day there, I started feeling that much more comfortable, and that's just due to my teachers and the information they was giving us. So that's a good thing about CR England. I don't know what all these other old school truckers from 1984 be talking about in all the comments and shit about CR England drivers, but the schooling is really intense, and I would say the schooling really works. You know, obviously there's a lot out there about CR England drivers getting into accidents and all that type of stuff, but I don't know. I feel like that's probably somebody that probably just got by in school. It's like doing a driving. It's a driving test. You know, some people gonna get 100%, and other people gonna get about 75. You still pass though. You know, so maybe a lot of those people getting them accidents were the 75 percenters, but they really teach you how to drive. I can say that for sure. I remember they kept one of my boys I met there. We had been graduating and started driving. I remember calling him. He said he was still in the school. They wasn't playing with him, and they wasn't about to give up on him. So that's another respectable thing. Y'all say I was under the weather? I sound crazy. Yeah. So the schooling for sure, like worth it, hands down. I recommend it to anybody. Man, I seen. Well, let's not be dramatic, but it was some old people there. It was some really, really old people there. And I seen them, well, some of them passed, obviously. There is some type of physical requirement you have to do. Like, you got to bend over and lift something and jump in and out of a trailer. I seen some of them fail that aspect. But it's some really good schooling. So I graduated. I signed up to do the Target account. And when I graduated, whoa, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. I signed up to do the Target account, Teams Target, right? So when I graduated school, did my final test, all that, bam, they send you to go do training. I did the worst training, excuse me, I did the worst training in the world. I was in a semi truck with 2 other people for 3 weeks. And I don't even know if y'all knew that, but some of the semi trucks, they come with 3 beds. Like they would squeeze a little bed, like right here in the driver's seat. They'll put a little thing right here, a little tight ass space. I really gotta commend my fellow driver who I was training with, because he really thugged it out and slept in that small ass space. I couldn't do it. I probably would have had to leave. But luckily, when we were starting training, I got here first and I got the regular top bunk. So as far as training with my trainer, he was a cool dude. All in all, he was hella cool. But the problem is, and this is what I learned, everybody don't got the same type of hygiene. And my guy that was training us, he owned a farm. So I think you can see where I'm going with this. I don't know, but me and my other fellow student driver, we had a hard time getting through those 3 weeks just based on the hygiene part alone. It's 3 men inside this small space, really nowhere to walk. We all got luggage and all that. And on top of that, we dealing with the smell of the truck. It was really hard. If anything, my training, the hardest part was making it through the smell. You know, other than that, we went, I'm from California, so we went from California, Wyoming, Kentucky, I damn near want to say we did like 24 states in 3 weeks, probably a little bit more. And I feel like just being that uncomfortable for 3 weeks really made me a better driver, a good driver. Because then it got to the point where when training was over and it was time for me to get my own truck, I was fearless. Like, bro, there ain't nothing I can't do at this point. We done drove through every state imaginable, went up every hill, went up and down every hill, different type of weathers, the rain. What I didn't do was drive in the snow. It wasn't that time of year. But rain and shit like that, you know, as a new driver and you doing your training and you going through this, like, that really helped me. So besides the hygiene of my trainer, I would say the training was okay. You know, it's not like he was really helping us do shit. We learned everything at the school. And when we got on the truck with him, he was just there. Well, his type of trainer, I guess every trainer is different. But he was just going to tell us, he was just going to help us if we did something wrong. Like, we got somewhere and we couldn't back properly, he would jump in the driver's seat. As a matter of fact, he's not even helping us. He just, all right, hold on, just let me do it. You know, that's not really helping somebody. Helping somebody with, you know, well, there was a few times he got out and directed us, but basically he was that type of trainer. And like I said, I don't want to take nothing away from him. He was cool. The only real problem I had with him was his hygiene. So, bam, I finished training, and immediately, like I said, I was on the truck with 3 people for 3 weeks. Before coming to school, they tell you what account you want, or what account you're going to do. They told me I was going to target team driving. So when I was done training, I told them I do not want to team drive. I'm traumatized. I've been on the truck with 3 men for 3 weeks for too long. And I guess when I initially thought about it, I didn't factor in the hygiene. But when they tell you about team driving, they just tell you how much money you can make versus doing it by yourself. It's more money doing team driving, supposedly. Excuse me. So when I finished graduation, when I finished training, I get my truck and I tell them that I want to switch. So they tell me I was going to do a Walmart account. Yeah, they told me I was going to do a Walmart account. And for some odd reason, they made me go back and do some more training. They're like, well, in order for you to do Walmart, you have to train with a Walmart driver. So I'm like, I just did 3 weeks on the road. There's nothing I'm about to go do with this Walmart driver that's going to show me something new, right? So whatever. I went back. I forgot if it was 3 days or it was a week. But I had to go back after doing that 3 weeks of intense trauma training with my first trainer. I had to go back and do training again. So it was either for like 3 days or it was for a week. But with this driver, with this trainer, he was clean. He was really about the job. Like, he really wanted to make sure I knew everything. He wanted to make sure I knew the tablet. No, what was we using there? The Qualcomm. He wanted to make sure I knew the Qualcomm, my logs and all that. So I'm like, okay, shit, I guess there was something I could learn. Because we didn't really know the Qualcomm. You know, when we was in the truck training with old boy, he was doing everything for us. Unless we did something wrong, he would correct it. But he didn't really, like, break it down to us. And they don't really break it down to you in class either, you know. But at some type of point, it becomes self-explanatory through repetition. So I did the training with him. I'm like, bam. Got done with the training. I'm thinking I'm about to start Walmart. No. They sent me OTR. You know, it became a big thing. It was like, I spoke to someone. They told me I could switch to Walmart. They put me with a Walmart trainer. And they're like, that's not how it works. You got to do what you came in here to do. That was Target. And I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. And I haven't started. So it's not like I'm actually quitting Target because I never started Target, you know? And she said, well, you need at least 3 months experience to do a dedicated account. You have to start OTR. I said every last single person in my classroom is doing a dedicated account. They're doing Dollar General. They're doing Dollar Tree, all this other stuff. But you're sitting here telling me that since I'm a new driver, I need 3 months experience before I can do dedicated. I didn't understand it. I don't know if my file just kept getting lost in translation, but this really became a big thing. So finally, I just gave in. I'm like, all right, let me do OTR, you know, get my little experience, and I'm going to just deal with it. But I got kids. I would never in my lifetime sign up to do OTR. So I started doing OTR. I'm doing runs, Vegas, Utah, California, Arizona. I'm making no money. I don't know. Even today, I don't know. I can't say it's my fault. I was doing the runs exactly how I was supposed to be doing it. I even gave myself 2 weeks before I started thinking, like, am I tripping? I was averaging like $500 a week. I made more doing nothing and training than I was doing actually driving, working. I didn't understand it. So I gave myself two weeks, like, okay, because there is a learning curve. You know, that's what a lot of drivers will tell you. You got to learn before you can get to the money, you know. But I'm doing the runs. I'm on time. I'm delivering. I'm coming back on time, delivering. But I'm making $500 a week. I can't make this up. You know, matter of fact, I'm a re-download my CR England Toolbox app, and I'll show y'all my pay. Yeah, that was crazy to me. So, of course, after 2 weeks, I'm like, hey, I need to switch accounts. Like, I'm talking to all my other classmates. They telling me about how they doing Dollar General and stuff like that, and they averaging like $2,500 a week, $2,000 and $2,500 on their best week. I'm like, on my best and worst week, I'm making $500. I need to switch accounts. So I'm reaching out every single day, like, hey, can I switch accounts? Can I switch accounts? I want to do Dollar General. Can I switch accounts? And for some odd reason, they would not switch me accounts. So I told them, like, hey, look, I'm not about to be running from Arizona, Vegas, Utah, making $500 and acting like I'm okay with that. I'm not about to just keep doing that. So I'm gonna go sit home, and y'all call me whenever an account opens, and you can switch me accounts, or however it works. Excuse me. And they never end up calling. So, yeah, as you figured, I had to leave. I had a new truck. What was it? My truck probably had like 3,000 miles on it. They gave me a new truck. Like I said, the schooling was cool. I had no complaints up until the actual time it came to work for them. That's when it got funny. I had to leave. I switched to a new company, Warner, and I could say with certainty, like, that was probably the best decision I could have made so far in my young trucking career. I think I got like 7 months experience now. And CR England didn't have to go out like that. All they had to do was switch me accounts. I come over to Warner, I tell them what I want to do. I started with Dollar General with Warner. Because like I said, all my classmates telling me that's where the money was at. And I started doing that, and I quickly realized, yeah, it's easy. It's nothing hard to do. It's very physical, but they not paying you what you weigh. It's not worth the pay. So I called them like, hey, I need to switch accounts. And immediately they switched me accounts. Immediately, no hesitation. Like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna move you over here, you know. I don't understand why CR England couldn't have did that, you know. You got 1 million drivers coming in every Monday. You know, I don't know. So to conclude this, I would say CR England is cool for the schooling, but working for them, I know at least 3 of my classmates left already. And 2 of them was making good money. So I don't know the reason they left, but my reason, I don't like the way they do business, long story short. You know, I feel like I could have been accommodated way more than they actually accommodated me. It's like, I'm not no lazy person. I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to do the job. Now you do your part. What I'm not going to be doing is working for $500 a week. You know, like I said, I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I'm on time every load. I'm there early. Like, I don't know if it's clock manipulation. I had to go into actually making money with them or what, but I don't know. So anybody going to CR England, take the school seriously. Listen to the instructors, learn everything you can. And when it comes time to work for them, matter of fact, before you even start, make sure you got proof of what account you're going to do. Because like I said, me switching accounts became a real issue. I didn't have proof that they told me I can do Walmart. It was just word of mouth, and they put me with the trainer. But you would think y'all set me up to go with a whole new trainer. How do you not remember saying I could do Walmart? You know, I don't know. But that pretty much sums up my CR England experience. So, I don't know, scale 1 to 10, I'll probably just give them a 3, just because they have a good school and they have good training. But other than that, the accommodations, from the Raggedy Roach Hotel to the pay, to the way they do business, that's out. Like I said, my next company, straightforward, straight to the point. Like, you need that. I don't need nobody stalling with me. I don't got time to stall. You know, and another thing I will say is, make sure when you come into the school, because like I said, they only paying for you to stay there. Make sure you allocate enough money for like 3 weeks where you can feed yourself and take care of your bills at home before you come here, because you're not going to be getting paid until you graduate. Until you make it out of the school, they're not paying you. So just remember that part. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. My CR England experience. My next video, I'm going to talk more about Warner and the pay.